earlier. But now that Bigatron Alpha are back on red, or yeah, back on red, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're not
Yes.
first pick anymore.
No, they are
yeah.
not.
That's gonna be the question.
ONIC Esports going to be on blue side. We've got it right this time. Bigatron Alpha going to be on the red side. Let's see how this plays out, right? Because now it's starting to look a little bit more, well, I mean, the Granger ban on ONIC Esports' side, is that necessary?
Personally, for me, no. But who knows? Maybe they still think Eman's gonna rely on comfort, even with the nerfs. Again, if you are able to stack up properly, it's still the same hero. It is just the damage to the creeps that has been adjusted.
There are also shadows.
Russian to low Yi. Okay. Yeah, if I'm Bigatron here, they cannot go for the approach of let's play for reach. They have to be ready for a team fight that could get really scrappy or based around the diversions. Plus, usually we see artillery mages have quite struggle up against the low Yi because they're a little bit more susceptible to the surprise. We might see Vixana or Aurora. Vixana, Aurora, Valentina now is
What about
gonna
the
be what
Novaria?
Bigatron change. Oh well, yeah, of course the Novaria. But something tell me about the Novaria. It's like it's anti-Bigatron for me.
Is it anti-Bigatron? I mean, I feel like at least in Bigatron, it really depends on who your support is. If you've got the right support, then you have the right way to kind of open up that map, and I think that Cho is one of those picks that is very reliable. So I'm going to say Novaria still on the table for now.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe with the Moscow pick here, and maybe because the Granger's been taken out of the meta, or, you know, here, the drafting phase is banned out, Novaria isn't really top prio anymore, because usually you want to go Nova Granger so you get the most out of the Granger and the Novaria. Yeah. But one thing's for sure, Bigatron Alpha, they're like, you pick the Suyo. No, I don't want to get the Suyo right here, you know? I'm fine.
It's okay, guys. I don't want to
take it.
Please. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is the fact that Matilda has not been touched. Surprisingly enough,
truly
right?
surprising.
I mean, obviously, both Light and as well as Keyboy, they're like major setters. It feels a little awkward for them to sometimes play these Enchanter-style supports in the meta currently, but even so, I still think it's good, and I don't know if he seems to want to play around it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really prioritizing the Irithel for Severo.
This is a Hayabusa then, yeah, for Bigatron Alpha. It should be a jungle.
Yeah.
Unless they want to, again, bank on a possible, like, a Fredrin or utility jungle in the second phase. Because we have seen Super Ken go Akai in jungle and Fredrin. So, it's possible.
Yeah, I'm okay with the utility type here. Your only problem at that point would be the low Yi. Don't have to worry about the Irithel so much, but little birdie tells me the Novaria was already considered, maybe, by Bigatron Alpha.
I think Novaria, Novaria is a good choice against the low Yi, even without the Granger. But yeah, I understand why you wouldn't go for Novaria now that the Granger is out of the drafting phase, but the vision control is great. If you actually do catch the people who take the diversion with the Astral Echo, that means they're in a bad spot in the flank already, and they're going to take all the hits with that big hitbox.
Absolutely. Not to mention that Light is going to be on Cho, which is one of the safer heroes that actually open up bushes thanks to the help of the anti-CC of the Shinpo. But now we come on over to the second phase.
And I just love the respect given by Coach Adi to Bigatron Alpha. Respect and Adi, sometimes, you know, a lot of fans will not like to put those words together. But since Adi has worked with Luke for ISF when they were both in Team Indonesia, they're like, all right, this guy is kind of nasty on the Masha. Let's take it away, man.
It's kind of nutty, kind of gross.
Maybe even another Akai? Do they want to go Akai ban again? That's what they did last time, right? It was Masha Akai, Masha Akai, Masha Akai.
Oh, that's true, but I think right now the Akai, I am okay with giving that if I'm ONIC. I wouldn't have to worry about it too much. Oh, but then again, it disrupts. They can take out a jungler. I mean, Haya would be a good option. I think Alpha might be okay too.
I think, you know, simple answers. Oh, never mind. Simple answers, again, need simple questions, but the solution, simply just ban out. Just ban out. We don't have to worry about it. Let's make it a little bit more complicated for Bigatron Alpha. Let's see how this is going to go, right? Because, again, I think the question is really going to boil down to, will we have priority with the Cho and as well as the Novaria? And I think it's going to be tough since we don't see the support coming in from ONIC Esports just yet, or even the flex pick coming up from their side. For now, it should be okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for spoiling y'all, but we got information early here. Bigatron Alpha, Uranus on Luke. And remember, I did mention this when we were reading through the patch 2 days ago, guys.
Yes.
Luke plays Uranus, Esmeralda. These are the
Yeah.
Luke plays, and I don't know if we're going to see it, but because it has just been buffed, and ladies and gentlemen, it is Luke on Uranus. Oh my, Gideon hates this hero.
I hate it. It's awful. Just the worst.
And you know, I was so excited. I thought we'd also get the Esmeralda for ONIC. You know, just really throw it
No.
back.
I never want to go back to that meta ever again. Just the worst time to be alive. But at least they're going to go with the CC this time. And again, both of these heroes, both Uranus and CC, has been buffed before, but they're also pairing up with the Gatot Kacha. So they've got soft CC to work with, and they've got Gatot just to be a big deterrent in case they want to kind of set up a fight within neutral rounds. I'm assuming towards neutral objectives. Bigatron Alpha, final pick here, and keep in mind, this battle, this final game in this best of 3 is a 4.5k USD differential between 5th and 6th and 4th.
Okay. We also got a little bit spoiled too. The jungle for Bigatron Alpha is something ONIC is very familiar with.
A trade in sides for the Nolan from game number 1. CC Uranus, though, is... yeah, that is a big question. CC recently buffed Uranus too, but on paper, CC does counter the Uranus.
The raw damage. But I'm trying to recall if it was a recent game I had where I played CC against Uranus. It might have been a few months back, so... and of course, a different patch landscape. But I think I remember it. Maybe I just played it wrong. It's kind of dead. Especially
It's
after
really
at level
boring.
5.
Yes.
Because you get the stacks up and then
Yeah.
you just out-sustain the
Yeah,
death.
like I
basically.
out-damage the Uranus, but the Uranus out-heals my damage.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's all about the War Act. It's all about just continuous damage. But with that being said, we're going to let our boys here take care of you guys. This is the very final match between ONIC or BTR. Only one team is going to make it through. Good luck to our casters. This is going to be fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Game number 3. This is the play-in stage. So, for both these teams, elimination is on the board. Who will make it past the first round to make it to the real upper brackets, and who will be eliminated? 1-1. Welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 3.
Quite some time since we saw Uranus, but he seems to be like the favorite cameo hero of a lot of teams. I feel like you can call it back to every previous tournament probably had like, oh, hey, look, someone picked a Uranus. Whether it went well or whether it went bad, well, to be fair, it usually didn't go so good. But maybe because of the recent adjustment, Uranus will do a little bit better right now. And it's, yeah, full tank,
Wow.
full sustain for this Uranus with a common emblem too.
You take a look at that. Eman has gone for a very weird emblem for gold lane. It's Vitality and Master Assassin. I don't usually see Vitality.
yeah.
Like Tenacity, yeah. Vitality he's gone for here in this matchup.
I think he's thinking about the... Is it a thing about the trade between the Irithel with like a good amount of her damage is like that initial burst? So it's that sort of like offsetting the initial burst combo that you can deal with an Irithel
Yeah,
to maybe try to survive it?
Maybe it's also kind of a way to play with the common emblem, right? You get the regen, HP regen too, so you
Yeah.
have more HP equals to you regen later on, you know, you get, you know, maybe, I don't know. We're gonna have to ask the mad genius Eman him ourselves.
Why did your accent suddenly change for a moment?
I don't know. That's my accent when I'm assuming things.
I like how you have a specific accent for just for assuming, but let's assume nothing happens and it becomes a reset, unless, ooh, that's not the right shrub, you're walking into light, but he sensed something was off. So, yeah, nothing too crazy still, again, no crazy invade starts, but ONIC Esports will forgo getting that purple buff and go ahead for the turtle instead, as Super Ken is getting his.
Yeah. No moves into the turtle. ONIC Esports will claim the first turtle. Navaria gets a 3-man Astral Echo here. And you can see that Super Ken was attempting an invade, attempting a trade down below. But unfortunately for him, Kyrie has already dealt with the entire bottom side jungle before he went over to the top lane to go for the turtle. So now he should be able to get the orange buff for free too. No trades for BTR.
Yeah, let's see if that changes in this next rotation. Let's see if we're going to see an adjustment in where they're going to exit. I think ONIC Esports would want to consider making a play for Eman, but he's not really giving a lot of give for that option. Keyboy is level 4, so if he overextends, Keyboy could jump in, but now they reset. They go to the center of the river.
It's all about making control again. Completely different from the past 2 games. It's just been action-packed in Game 1, Game 2. Turtle contest number 1, both of the teams were ready for it. Here it's more of a, no, it's okay. Lo Yi teleports up top, Luke pops in the Consecration, has the Purify still, so he's all good. And yeah, so far it has been looking like a dead lane, yeah? Even with the burst here from Sans, Ludpi's like, no, I don't want to commit. You're too annoying.
Yeah, and he's fine. He doesn't need to get back. He took so much damage, but with the passive Consecration and everything, he's good. Center of the map.
Good poke there from Super Ken. Gets the Fracture down. I thought for a second that surge from Kyrie could catch him, but good moves, good moves. Both teams, again, just resetting again, looking for farm. It is a level lead for Kyrie. I believe it's because of the turtle take, so that's something concerning for BTR. If they constantly have to give the turtle, this will be a big lead in the future.
Okay, so it's a dead lane, but in terms of being more active on the map, that's in the current scoreboard, that's 1-0 for Ludwig, because at least he got to show himself in a different area outside of his own lane. He was able to go to the mid. That might be happening more often, as we actually see now. Ludwig goes down to the mid, helps secure that. They're gonna allow the Uranus to push, and they want a heavy 5-man rotation bot side of the map.
So Vero's gotta be careful here. He does have a heavy crossbow, so shouldn't be too scared. Light walks up, shows up on the map as well. Turtle control for ONIC Esports as Keyboy is zoning them away.
Oh yeah, they won't be able to get close enough to this.
Oi.
Oh, all right.
attempt.
Good attempt.
Diversion. Super King caught in the bad spot, the surge! Oh, Super King's not able to see with the fracture! Look, they walk it up, Sans getting the dispersion to kill him. Keyboy AOG out of there.
Clean execution by ONIC Esports and a great read by Sans. Perfect diversion spot to catch Super Ken right away.
Orange buff, they still keep it alive. Kyrie will take everything else though. You can have the orange buff. I will just take the green camps all around and also the XP crab.
So, Super Ken does have his first item before Kyrie, but Kyrie is going for a chop suey path a little bit. So now for ONIC, okay, yeah, play around the diversion. That's a good call.
Diversion up top this time around. A Purify already from Luke. Consecration 2! My goodness, that's a tanky boy! But with 3 members, ONIC Esports are able to deal with Uranus.
Yeah, too much root, not enough capabilities for him to get away. Kind of wish he packed into the tough boots, because yes, I know there's so much more physical. You're up against a CC Suyo and a Irthel as well, but you need the mobility as the Uranus to really just be that annoying presence. I wish you considered tough boots, but I also get why he'd go for Warrior instead.
And the tenacity too, right? You get out of the CC a bit quicker. But yeah, it's understandable for sure. Purple buff still taken by Ken. He's still able to match up against Kyrie a bit. Only down a level, which was the same level lead that we saw early. Oh, good one from Savero. Takes it away from Eman with
Another one.
This time to the bottom lane they go. It's Kyrie and Sans, Kyrie with the surge. They should be able to spot that out now as Kyrie has already shown up. Light walking up now, getting the Jikundo and the way to Dragon. Now it's going to be Super Ken walking up too, but Kyrie blinks away. AOG, Super Ken able to escape. Light will not be able to though. An Astral Echo to reveal 3. A good shot with the Star Shatter on Keyboy, but that is it.
Megatron Alpha. Unfortunate that I couldn't tell if there was just a moment Kyrie was able to reposition himself a bit to the left, because I really thought Kyrie would get kicked further, but he was able to get in front of the wall somehow. But it's still a great response from both. It's just unfortunate that Light couldn't hold on long enough, and ONIC though were the ones able to save Kyrie, who was able to get out of the game for a moment with an iframe.
Yeah. They both got spotted too, so Diversion won't really be able to get them a good position this time. Kyrie's still able to look for the flank. Now Super Ken back on the turtle retreat. Super Ken winning it out this time. Kyrie was unable to look for the retribution. Good burst, and finally, Bigatron are on the map, but they are not on the board yet.
Raw retreat win there for Super Ken, and that's something Bigatron Alpha needed. If ONIC got that turtle, this would have been a much more clear choice to just go together and really deeply invade, but with a little bit of a shield buff on the side of BTR, they decide to respect it. Kyrie goes for his second item, the Hunter Strike, after going for Fury Hammer into War Axe and then completing the Fury Hammer into the HS.
Good move from Savero, just waiting in that bush. He has a
okay.
He's trying to shoot at, you know, I think that shot was, I don't know, Sans, Lono, Super Ken! Oh, Sans walks up! Oh! Gila Sans! How have you done that? Savero gets a solo kill down below! A disaster for Bigatron Alpha!
It goes from questionable blunder to absolute disaster in just one strike. maybe everyone was thinking, oh, even in the mid lane, Moreno might get finished here.
Way the Dragon though locks him down. Keyboy has the AOG,
No!
doesn't get it in time. So at least Bigatron are on the board. But man, two big plays for ONIC on two different sides of the map.
To be fair, I don't think Emma just thought that the grass was a little bit too long. He was probably thinking maybe someone
saw it.
divergent
Yeah, someone
behind
divergent.
me. Yeah, but going into what Sans did, how many times has he done this now with a low E throughout his career?
Dude.
Where he'll just do like a two-step cha-cha with a melee character and survive.
Okay, Purify from Lu. Consecration this time still unable. Oh, and Pan still takes his Spirit Misery. Able to go on to Sans again. No way, Sans. Not one more time. Now Sans has lived one more time. He keeps on doing it.
He is definitely crazy. That might be an understatement at this point. He is definitely just Gila Savero. Takes down the Nolan, and it's just Moreno left to watch as history might repeat itself again in the Snapdragon Pro Series. BTR, this might be the road of them falling to ONIC, but it's not over yet. It's just Lord 1, but this is going to be a devastating push.
4,300 gold lead for ONIC Esports. So Vero has taken the purple buff away from Bigatron Alpha. And for BTR, they do have ways to scale up. They have a Moskov, an Ovaria, and a Uranus. But it is looking bleak. An elimination game here in our third game of the series. 9-2 in 9 minutes.
Ready for the next Lord to come up as a BTR. Just going to try to level the minion wave somewhat with Super Ken trying to give a little bit of a chance up top. Nah, he's just going to let it push it. He'll rather focus on his buff. Now, ONIC Esports, I mean, at this point, the job is clear. Just take down as much towers as you can. They don't need to rush to end it. But if they can get the base ball, then that'll be the best choice that they can go for.
ONIC has always been the worst nightmare for Bigatron Alpha. And it seems even with the new lineup for BTR, new lineup for ONIC Esports, things have not changed. BTR on the back foot, Lord in the bottom lane. Luke still trying to buy some time. Sans took the diversion again. Dishing out some damage over to Luke. Lord 1. Should still be clearable. Super Ken actually took the conceal there. Moreno gets a shot down on the Sans, but it's not really too much damage for Sans to deal with.
Oh, light. I thought he'd try to consider going for a kick there, but the CC might not have been the right target. AOG entry by Keyboy.
Muscle able to escape the taunt, unable to
Luke?
get that landing on him. Luke, Consecration still taking a lot from Ludwig.
Yeah, unfortunately the Bigatron Alpha couldn't get the early mid game that they wanted, because now you're feeling what Uranus will suffer for if his team doesn't win early to mid. He's quite useless up on, like, in this portion of the game. You're just there soaking up damage. You've turned into a sponge effectively.
11 minutes in, Super Ken suffocated in his own jungle. Cannot go for the green camps. Ludwig takes one, Sans takes the other. 2,000 gold lead, and a 1,000 gold lead, and another 2,000 gold lead.
Ugh.
This is looking bleak. 8,000 in total for ONIC Esports that they have on Bigatron Alpha. Those are some big items. I think Kyrie's 2 levels ahead of Super Ken.
Yeah, ONIC Esports got the bag in. Bigatron Alpha, even Super Ken, still just on the way to the third item. Yeah, looking like a Malefic Roar as the third. Went BOD second, HS first. Might not be too long before he gets the Malefic Roar. 2, 3, 5. Yeah, he should be around 400 to 600 gold away from that.
And again, for ONIC Esports, it's all about playing it slow. It's all about freezing the lane, not giving Bigatron Alpha resources to work with, to make their road even smoother, to move to the next phase, but also to eliminate Bigatron Alpha here.
Third item for the Uranus gets the Blade Armor. Eman with a DHS now, so finally the Trinity for the Moskov. At this point of the game might just be... Nah, I don't want to say it's too late. It should give them a little bit more of a chance to fight, but to win at this point, maybe not just yet. They're going to have to really hold out here. Just try to go for soft contests and punishes if anyone tries to invade too deep.
They might have to just defend at this point, right? They have some high ground control. They got good wave clear, but they definitely do not have a way to fight right now in the 12th minute of the game. ONIC Esports secure the Lord for free. And now begins the end of BTR? Is that what we're going to say?
Yeah, I mean, you said it with a question mark, so it's not a statement yet. It's still just a question. But it looks easily answerable for ONIC Esports with the lead that they have. Call it way too risky. They should be able to end with the next one.
Luke has the Purify, is able to escape. That is a big Astral Echo on 4. Super Ken able to get the orange buff, so at least some resources back. And for ONIC, no diversion for a while. But at this point of the game, it's on a very low cooldown.
They committed it, but they decided to back off in respect. Let's see if the Astral Echo will come back in time. It should, right? Like by the time the Lord gets to the base, they should have the Astral Echo, which increases the fighting chances of Bigatron Alpha. If they don't have it, well, that's when we'll see ONIC Esports be a little bit more active. No, yeah, they do get it back. So Bigatron Alpha is a good tool to defend with the Astral Echo, helping them spread out the damage much better.
The waves aren't the best, actually, for ONIC Esports here. Mid lane's going to be coming in first. They're going to sacrifice the bottom lane. Turret Super Ken has dealt with most of the minions in the mid lane. Keyboy looking for the taunt. Red tree from Super Ken to deal with the cannon minion. Now one more wave up top as Iman deals with the Lord in the bottom lane. A good shot onto Savero. 4-man Astral Echo again. Luke in the midst of it all there. Keyboy going to be... Ooh, what a shot! Look, base taken out by Moreno. The turret shot was enough to take him down. 1-for-0, 2 base turrets for ONIC.
Oh, okay, Spirit of Destruction, is he going to commit it? No, he won't. A little bit too risky for Eman, but Bigatron Alpha, they're pushing forward. They have a chance to get a few more resources and a few more footing in the map.
Diversion from Sans. Ken will hold his position. Luke backing away. They cannot get a single turret, even though they got Lutpi. Still 2 base turrets for ONIC, though. So even with the big move of Bigatron, the big charge, it was all good for ONIC. It was a win.
Still no turrets right now. Barely any presence in the map. 38 to 48k should still be a very uncomfortable situation for Bigatron Alpha. But you see how much ONIC Esports, with that last siege attempt, really are respecting the ultimate of the Novaria. He's mad at that lizard.
He's got beef with that lizard down below. And Savero, he got stopped by the Gatot and then shot down by Savero. Little creep.
You know what? Our overthinking analysis, let's say Keyboy did that to see if the scale lizard would go in and check the shrub to see if there was someone in there. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
No, that was just hilarious.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, sometimes you just have to enjoy the game. Even though it's a high-stakes moment, it's some way to actually get back at the Keyboy taunt. Looking for Light, looking for Luke. Jumps in, doesn't find Luke. Luke gets that fully stacked passive and will be able to regen again. Astral Echo again, great one. Catches 3, not Sans though, so he's still open to go for diversions.
Okay, no more Echo, diversion to the back. It's gonna be Sans against, let's see, with Savero.
Uh-oh, Light able to bite that out. Now gets sucked up by the Surge. SOD into the fight. Luke gonna be caught very, very low. Chased out by Ludwig. Curtain call. Purify from Luke, but it is not enough to stay alive. 2 members of Bigatron Alpha have been slain by ONIC.
Clutch Winter Crown 2. As the fracture of Super Ken was wasted, the early Astral Echo led to nothing, and it's now 3 versus 5, potentially a last-ditch effort to defend and hold as ONIC Esports will wait for their Lord. Moreno clips Lutpi, but will be able to regen back healthily.
This could be the end for Bigatron Alpha. Lord advantage. Super Ken walks up, orange buff, however, is still taken, secured by Kyrie.
Now, BTR, at this point, nothing short of a miracle to be able to turn this around somehow, some way. Well, that's a lot of damage on the side of ONIC Esports. They can just lock down turrets and lock down heroes. If I'm Savero, if there's a chance, just go ahead and try. Here's Kyrie and Keyboy.
Luke still, Sans with the burst damage. Super Ken walking back again. Wait, the dragon is out. The Super Ken finds the fracture. That is 1 kill, but they've lost 2. Moreno trying to defend. No more frontliners for Bigatron Alpha. ONIC Esports will move forward as they eliminate Bigatron Alpha from SPS.
History repeats itself. In the Season 3 Grand Finals, it was ONIC that got their championship against BTR. But in the opening matchup here in Season 6,